Hello and welcome to Interprepedia.
Hello and welcome to Interprepedia.
If you feel lost trying to select the right training to get you started in a medical interpreting career,
If you feel like you don't know where to look for information for your interpreting medical career
or to prepare you for a certification, this video
or to prepare you for a certification, this video
is for you.
is for you.
Questions about medical interpreter training programs or
Questions about medical programs
schools are among the most common that I get.
or courses are among the most common that I get.
So I hope this can help you figure out how to make the right choice for you.
So I can hope this can help you how to figure out a way to choose uh, fit choice for you.
If you're new here, my name is Rosa. I'm an interpreter, and here I like to share resources, reviews, and the occasional rant about all things interpreting. So
If you're new here, my name is Rosa, and I like to share here news, reviews, resources about interpreting.
if you're into that, make sure to hit subscribe.
And you are into that, make sure to hit subscribe.
Now let's get started.
Now let's start.
The first place where you should research when you're looking for the right medical interpreter training
The first place where you should look for the right medical interpreting training
is within yourself
is within your own self.
to figure out where you are and how you want to do this.
To figure out where you are and how you want to do this.
To establish where you are, and
To establish where you are, and
is me oversimplifying it,
this is me oversimplifying it.
I would basically narrow it down to two categories.
We basically have two categories.
Are you completely new to this career,
Are you completely new to this career,
or do you have some experience?
or do you have some experience?
Most training programs designed for healthcare interpreters cover all the basics.
Most training medical programs for interpreting cover most of the basics.
That means they teach about the interpreter role,
That means they teach about the interpreter role,
ethics and standards of practice, and
ethics, protocols,
medical terminology. I would
medical vocabulary.
say that if you have some experience, a course like this may be enough to not only meet the prerequisites of the certification
I mean, if you're into this, a course like this will not only help you with the prerequisite needs,
programs, but also to actually help you pass the certification tests. By
but also help you pass certification tests.
the way, I made another video where I go into great detail about the certification programs
I made another video where I focus more in the certification programs
for medical interpreters.
for medical interpreters.
So if you haven't already, you can go ahead and check it out.
So if you haven't already, you can go and check it out.
If you have no experience whatsoever,
If you have no experience whatsoever,
I would say you would benefit from the most comprehensive course possible.
I think you will benefit from the most comprehensible course possible.
To me, that means a course that would include everything I already mentioned, plus
For me, that means a course where it will include everything that I have already mentioned, but
it would be a language specific course,
it will be a language specific course,
which I feel offers an added value compared
which I feel it can offer another value
to language neutral alternatives
to language neutral alternatives
because you'll most likely get glossaries and bilingual resources, and you'll
because you most likely will get glossaries and bilingual dictionaries
get to practice in two languages.
to get the practice into languages.
It would also include training on interpreting techniques and
It will also include some kind of training in interpreting careers
skills in different modalities used in healthcare, which are consecutive
in different modalities,
for the most part, but also
which are most of the time consecutive,
site translation and even some simultaneous.
but also site translations and also
simultaneous. The course
on simultaneous.
would have scripted scenarios for you to practice
The course will have scripted scenarios for you to practice
and to have your performance reviewed by an
and to have your performance reviewed.
experienced instructor.
I am I am an experienced instructor.
Ideally, the course would also have
Ideally, the course will also have
written and oral tests for you
written and oral text for you
to take, and the cherry on top would be
to take, and the cherry on top will be
if the school would also provide some
if the school will also provide
type of internship,
some type of internship,
shadowing opportunities, or supervised practices
chatting opportunities, or supervised practices
in real life encounters.
in real life encounters.
I have even seen courses advertised that they offer potential job opportunities for
I have also seen job advertisement where they potentially offer you that
some of their students.
to some of their students.
Another thing you should consider is how you would like to do this.
Another thing you want to consider is how you want to do this.
Meaning, do you prefer to
Meaning that if you prefer
attend in person classes or do you prefer to do it online?
you prefer attend in-person classes or you want to do it online.
I knew I was underwater. I just didn't realize I was this underwater.
If you are the type of person that prefers in person classes,
If you are the type of person that prefers classes face to face,
check out what is available in your area.
you can look for what is available near your area.
Because, for example, when I was looking
Because, for instance, when I was looking
for a course,
for a class,
that wasn't even an option for me
it wasn't even an option for me
because of where I lived. If
because of where I lived.
you prefer the online format, there are different
And if you prefer the online format, there are
modalities for you to
different modalities for you to consider.
consider. Would you like an online course but with live classes with an
We will live an online course but with live classes
instructor at a set schedule?
with an instructor on a set schedule.
Would you like an online course that is completely self paced with recorded lessons?
We will live an online course that is completely recorded.
Or would you like a hybrid approach where you have some live classes and some recorded lessons?
You will live a merge of both where you have online classes and recorded classes too.
Another factor to consider is time.
Another important factor to consider is time.
Some courses have specific enrollment periods or are only available during certain times of the year,
Some courses have only special activities that are only available some time of the year,
while others are available year round. So,
while others are available all the year.
this is something else you need to consider if you have
This is something you need to consider
deadlines to meet.
if you want to do it online.
Finally, think about your budget.
Finally, you can think about your budget.
Based on my research, these courses range from a few hundred up to thousands of dollars.
From my research, I checked that these courses go from a few hundred to thousands of dollars.
Some of these courses offer payment plans,
Some of these courses offer payment plans,
discounts, and even
discounts, and even
scholarship options.
college options.
So make sure to ask about that when you select a course. I
So you have to make sure to ask about that information when you select a course.
know there is a lot to think about, but
Now there is a lot to think about.
like I said in the beginning,
Like I said in the beginning,
the first place where you
the first place where you
need to research is within yourself.
need your research is within yourself.
And all of this will help you narrow down what is the best type of course for you.
And all of these will help you select properly what is that you prefer.
You may not find everything you're looking for in a single course,
You may not find everything that you're looking for in a single course,
but keep in mind that you can take a combination of different courses that give you everything that you need.
But take into account that you can look for what you need in different courses.
For example, I took an online course in a hybrid modality, so
For example, I took an online course in a hybrid modality,
some live classes and some pre recorded
so I had some live classes and some pre-recorded ones.
ones, but the course didn't offer any actual practices.
But the course didn't offer any actual practices.
For me, that was okay because I already
For me, that was okay because I was already
had experience as a telephonic interpreter,
because I already had experience as a telephonic interpreter,
but I wasn't good at taking notes by hand, so I
but I wasn't good at taking notes by hand.
took a note taking course that helped me
So I took a note taking course that helped me
improve that specific skill.
improve that specific skill.
Once you have a good idea of what you're looking for,
Once you have a good idea of what you're looking for,
it's time to actually start looking.
it's time to actually start looking.
You can always start with a simple internet search,
You can always start with a simple internet search,
but there are some references that different organizations have put together. So
but there are some references that different resources have put together.
let's take a look at a few of those.
So let's take a look at a few of those.
You can find all the links I will show you in the description box.
You can find all the links I've shared in the description box.
This is CCHI's list of online prerequisite programs.
This is CCHI list of online prerequisite programs.
As you can see, they have the list divided into two groups. One
As you can see there, they have a list divided into two groups.
for online programs and one for on-site programs.
One for online programs and one for on-site programs.
There's a brief description of each program, including
There's a brief description of each program,
the number of hours of training you would get,
including the number of hours of training that you will get,
the program's format, links,
the program's format, links,
and contact information, which
and contact information.
comes in handy during your
It always comes in handy during your research,
research. But check this out.
but you have to check it out.
It clearly says these are paid listings, so that
It clearly says that these are paid lists.
doesn't mean that this is a full list of all programs that can help you meet the
That doesn't mean this is a full list of the programs that can help you meet
prerequisites of the CCHI certification.
all the prerequisites of the CCHI certification.
Now let's check out MBCMI. As you can
Now let's check out MBCMI.
see, the MBCMI does not offer an actual list.
As you can see, the MBCMI does not offer an actual list.
Instead, they refer candidates to review the list posted by
Instead, they give you the opportunity to check yourself the information.
IMEA and CHIA. So let's take a quick
So let's take a quick look
look at those.
at those.
IMEA has two different lists, and to
I may have two different lists.
me, this was a bit confusing, so I did some research to figure out what was the difference.
So for me, this was a bit confusing. So I did some research to figure out what was happening.
One list is dedicated to training organizations that have been accredited by IMEA. So
One list is to credit places that have been credited by IMEA.
basically, they have a special distinction or seal of approval
They have a special distinction or seal of approval
because they've met IMEA's accreditation standards.
because they've met IMEA's accreditation standards.
The second list is
The second list is
IMEA's education registry,
IMEA's education registry,
and it's where most training programs are listed.
and is where most training programs are listed.
There is a search tool where you can narrow down your options based
There is a search tool where you can narrow down your options
on where you are located
on where you're located
and what type of course you're looking for.
and what type of course you're looking for.
FYI, the companies listed here have also paid to be advertised.
Um, Also, this list have been paid to be advertised.
Lastly, CHIA is the
Lastly, CHIA
California Healthcare Interpreting Association and offers a very comprehensive list, which I
offers a very comprehensive list
like because it gives you a lot of great options to
which I like because it gives you a lot of great options
take college level courses,
of college level courses,
although, of course, they are in California.
although, of course, they are in California.
They also offer a list of short courses from
They also offer a list of short courses
private providers, some of which
from some providers,
are online. So these would be
some of which are online, so this will be
great options for those of us who are
great option for those of us that are not
not in California.
in
What
California.
I would prefer to see a dedicated list of for online courses only, since right now,
And I would like to check a list for online courses only
because of the way it's set up, you have to
because of the way it's set up.
comb through the page to find them.
You can
Here,
come through the page to find them.
there is no fine print because Chia clearly
Chia does not promote or endorse any of the programs listed below.
states that it does not promote or endorse any of these programs. As you can see,
As you can see,
the bottom line is we are responsible for doing our own research to
the bottom line is that we are responsible for doing our own research.
determine which one is the right training for
Which one is the right decision for us?
us. So once you've narrowed down your
So once you've narrowed down
options,
your options,
contact the companies to ask them questions, verify that
contact the companies to ask them questions.
the course is accepted by CCHI or
Check if the course is accepted by CCHI or
MBCMI as
MBCMI
prerequisites for their program
as prerequisites for the programs,
if you're going for that, and look for references from former students.
and look for reference from our students.
Remember that this career is a commitment to lifelong learning,
Remember, this career is a commitment to lifelong learning,
and we will always need to invest in our professional education.
and we will always need to invest in our professional education.
Unfortunately, not all of us can afford to take classes at that renowned institute
Unfortunately, unfortunately, not all of us can afford to take courses in renowned institutions
of International Studies at
like international studies.
Monterey, but you would be amazed at the level of proficiency
But you will be amazed at the level of proficiency
you can achieve over
you can achieve
the years with a good combination
over the years with a good combination
of these short
of these
courses
short courses
and a lot of self
and
study.
a lot
Good luck
of
on your
research.
search and do not despair because the right course for you
And do not despair because the right course for you
is out there.
is out
Anyway,
there.
that was
Anyway,
it for today.
that
Thank
was it for today.
you so much for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.
Adios.
Adios.
¿Buscas una forma